living the American dream, financially free and independent and able to spend your time how you want and all that sort of stuff. It's not for everybody. There's some work involved in this. But my feeling is this: you're working hard anyway. You're working hard, really hard, to build somebody else's dream while you have to divide your income. And me, on the other hand, I'm working to build my dream and I get to multiply my income. And I get to do it whether there's a recession or an expansion. It doesn't even matter what the economy is doing. So, I mean, the core to all of this is it's like this, in my view. You cut your hours in half, or maybe you do even something more extreme. You learn how to go from 40 hours to 4 hours, or from 80 hours to 4 hours a week, and then you multiply your income by times like 10 or 1,000% and then some, and it just keeps going and going and going. And it's largely passive residual income. That means you get to work or not work, and you get paid anyway. That's a pretty cool thing. What that means is that you get to buy your time back, your life, your destiny, and you get to spend your time doing whatever the heck that you want. So think for a moment, what would you do if money were no longer a problem anymore? You have the same 24 hours in a day as everyone else. What would you do? Do you have family? Do you have kids? Do you have some big goals and dreams and aspirations that maybe you just never had the time, the resources, the whatever for? What would you do with your time? Would you give back? That's an important one. Would you do more to feed starving kids and take care of orphans and the elderly whose kids have forsaken them? Would you go on mission trips to help out, maybe more firsthand, because maybe you can't now because you don't have the money to do that and you got a job and the boss wouldn't give you the time? Who knows? What would you do if you were in control of your time? So now that you know, you got this big old vision because you had the courage to dream a big dream without any inhibitions whatsoever. Otherwise, this is useless. So you have this big old dream, not fettered by any inhibitions whatsoever. So now you know what you would do. So here's the very important thing, like the next important thing besides a vision, is making a judgment. It's a very personal thing. You have to make a judgment to yourself that it is worthwhile the hard knocks of life and taking the lessons from those knocks and investing in yourself and in your skill set, learning some new skills. You have to make a judgment that stretching your skin and being uncomfortable for the purpose of your own personal growth and development, you've got to make a judgment that those things are all worthwhile if it means that you eventually get to buy your time back and become in control of your own destiny, building your own dream, multiplying your income so you can buy your time back and spend your time how you want to, because it really has nothing to do with money whatsoever. Nobody is trying to make loads of money just so that you've got a collection of paper notes with pictures of dead presidents on them. It means something. There is a purpose behind this money. There's 1 billion people in the world starving to death. Does that be true to your heart? You need a lot of money. Love is not going to feed them. They will die if all you have to offer is love. So put your ego aside and attach love to making lots and lots of money so you can give more. The more you have, the more you can give. And whatever you want to do with your time, travel more. Maybe you can't even afford a nice Christmas for your family because you're paycheck to paycheck living in debt. Maybe there's all this stuff, there's a lot you want to do, but you just don't know how to get there yet. I'm telling you, first you have to have that vision of what you would do with your time, with your family, with whomever, if you had that luxury. And then you have to make that judgment that it is worthwhile investing in yourself, taking those hard knocks from life, turning them into key blunders, key lessons that you learn from. The more mistakes you make, the more money you can make, and the more you can buy your life back so you can do whatever you want with your time. You got to make that judgment that it's worthwhile to stretch your skin and be uncomfortable, and to start thinking the complete opposite how most people think, and start doing the complete opposite of what most people do. And there's a real simple reason behind this think opposite philosophy. 98% of the population ends up either dead or dead broke by the age of 65, depending on friends, family, and the federal government as the main source of their income. And because they're so broke, they have typically a lot of stress in their life. If you're in debt, you've got stress. Maybe if you're just broke and you have no debt, but your only problem is you're broke, I think it's a lot easier to be happy. But if you're in debt, debt is a modern form of slavery. That's stress. That's not good. It's good to replace stress with some peace in your life. That's excellent. So that's the whole point of my video. You know, the American dream, living financially free and independent and spending your time how you wish, it isn't for everybody because it requires some work and stretching your skin and doing things that most people just are not willing to do so that you can spend the rest of your life doing things that most other people will never get to do because this lifestyle, it ain't for everybody. But if it's for you, you got that big vision and you've made that judgment that it's worthwhile, your vision is worthwhile. If you're not really sure what to do and you just don't know how to get started or where to even look into getting started somewhere with this whole thing that I'm talking about, shoot me a message. I will help connect you to whatever tools and resources that you might need to go where you want to go. I just need to know what you want and why you want it and approximately when you want it, and then I'll probably have a pretty good idea of what to connect you to so that you can begin that journey yourself, that very worthwhile journey that you've judged to be worthwhile. Other people are doing it. Other people are living the life that you want. There's no reason you can't too. Other people are doing it in the same economy, the same political winds, the same country, the same everything. They just they might know something up here that you don't know, but there's no reason why you can't learn it too, because they did, I did, I am, they are. It always is a process. There's no real destination in success or failure. It's always a journey. But maybe you just need to pick up some insights from somebody else to help get you going. If I can do that for you, send me a message. I'll help you out. Take care.